cut the Nike swoosh off of his shorts, but couldn't he have changed out of them first? Really awkward. Several people online went so far as to burn their Nike apparel in protest.
Sorry, Nike. I've been buying you for the past 20 plus years. Not anymore. Not only am I burning my favorite pair of Nikes, you are burning your sales. Have a good day.
It's interesting that people are now choosing to protest shoes made by people overseas who don't get paid a living wage and are routinely abused because they think somehow Colin Kaepernick is an affront to decent values. I mean, just listen to Fox News' Tucker Carlson talk about the ad as if it's an attack on American society.
Well, again, that's what makes this so appalling. So I think too much focus has been on Kaepernick the guy. I mean, who knows what Kaepernick thinks or why he's so unhappy, or, you know, it's not even that interesting. Again, to their point that, oh, this is a protest against racial discrimination, okay, tell me specifically what you are protesting, specifically.
The fact that anyone at this point, especially someone who's paid to talk on television, can act as if Colin Kaepernick and those who kneel during the anthem haven't been very specific about what they're protesting, it's just ignorant. He's been specific about it from the very first time he was asked about it back in 2016. He told NFL.com, "I am not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. There are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder. Period." That's what it has always been about. It's about Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, Philando Castile, Sandra Bland, and a list that goes on and on and on precisely because of the issue that Kaepernick raised. Is that specific enough for you, Tucker? It's also important to note that Kaepernick initially didn't even want any of this attention. He first sat for the anthem during preseason games in 2016, and nobody even noticed until the third time he did it. And it's only persisted as a controversy since President DVR has kept tweeting about it. Basically, if you're still against Kaepernick and the players who are protesting, you're admitting that the symbols of the flag and the anthem are more important to you than what those symbols actually stand for: equality, justice, and freedom. At any rate, the shoe burners hope that their protests will put a dent into Nike's bottom line, which is unlikely to happen. Nike spends millions on market research, and they know who their audience is now, and more importantly, who their audience will be for a generation. They know what they're doing. At Reformed Broker made this point well. He tweeted, "Nike is marketing to their customer of the next 30 years, not the last 30 years. The new customer base will be highly educated and able to draw a distinction between protesting the American flag versus protesting institutionalized racial violence." And the Undefeated's Jamel Hill wrote, "I'm just here to remind folks that last year Colin Kaepernick was in the top 50 in NFL jersey sales, despite not being on a roster. Nike made a business move." And other Nike endorsers are supporting the campaign as well. Nike sponsor Serena Williams wrote, "Especially proud to be part of the Nike family today." This is all very smart and calculated by Nike. It's why Nike told ESPN, "We believe Colin is one of the most inspirational athletes of this generation, who has leveraged the power of sport to help move the world forward." Nike's actually had Kaepernick on their endorsement roster since 2011 and hadn't used him since 2016. Making a new deal to feature him in an ad now is a really big deal. So look, Nike's definitely using a social justice issue to make a buck, no doubt. But to have a major brand come out in support of Kaepernick and thus his issue is a really big deal. It tells the world, hey, not only do we believe in what you're saying, but we believe in the power of black dollars and those of their allies more than we do the dollars of those with more regressive values. White supremacists. But what do you guys think? Are you angry with me? If so, don't burn your stuff. Donate it to Goodwill or something. And for more stories, go over to whatstrending.com.